Hello, this is High Priestess Ariel, and today's video is in regards to some tips and tricks of how to hide your activities when it comes down to candle burning. Okay, I have my sage going here to clear out this area here so that we can begin. Okay, but some of the the things I'm going to talk about is going to be about holding. I'm sorry, it's here. Hiding your activities. Okay. Um, some practical tips, and also I want to tell you about some fire safety, okay? Because safety and fire is so very important to us in general, okay? Now, due to some privacy reasons, many people find that they cannot openly burn their candles, and on an altar or a shelf. They may live with those people that disagree about their beliefs, or may actively attempt to sabotage different things because they don't believe the same thing. Um, they may live in a situation where they have very little privacy happening for them, okay? And this could be you. So even in sharing a bedroom with another person or individual in a dorm room environment, or in order to get around an obstacle, some spellcasters have to learn to dedicate candle holders to certain magical roles, okay? Now, you can dedicate a candle holder that allows you to burn candles openly for your magical purposes without raising suspicion. Okay, now to dedicate a holder, you will need one whose bottom is lined, okay? So I have a candle holder here, okay? And as you can see here in this candle holder down the bottom there, okay? This one isn't particularly lined, but this is the bottom part of the candle that I'm speaking about right there, okay? So some of them do have a lining here where you can carefully peel back the section, here. You can carefully peel it back. It has a section for some candles, okay? And you will write your petition out and fold your paper as you would usually practice the ritual, okay? You would fold it under here, okay, and then place the base back onto here, okay? And you would, it's called a felt. The thing that's around here is called a felt. You would pull it off and put your petition in, and then you would glue around the edges here and put your felt back onto it, okay? And when you're done, you will use the candle only for the purpose of what you've written inside here and fold your petition in here. So say for this particular one is going to be about love. You know that this candle has to be about love every single time, because whatever petition you put in here is going to be the reality of this particular candle holder, okay? So you would get another one, okay? See, I have two. So you get another one for money, okay? And then have the other one for love, okay? And you can find candles that have a hollow base, which they are not lined with a felt, which is in this case the candle holder that I have here is not lined with a felt, okay? And you're going to simply tape your petition. Even your herbs can go in here, okay? Your petition can go in here, fold it up. You can put your herbs in here, your personal concerns like fingernails, piece of hair, whatever. And inside the base of the candle here, and then glue your own felt onto the candle here, okay? And those things will be held in here. And if you have many of these disguised type of candle holders, okay, it speaks to the nature of the work that you do, that you don't confuse your hexing candle holder for your landlord, or with the love candle, or with the cute boy at the supermarket, different stuff like that, okay? I really kind of realize which one is for what. So I will put something on the felt, just a letter. You could put L, and that would mean love, or you could put M, and that would mean money, so you can know which candle is the one when you have the felt outside of it and glued on, okay? So, like I said, you could put a heart, or you could put symbols, whatever works out for you. Because you can put L, or you can put symbol. It doesn't matter, whatever it works out for you. Okay. Now, another option for those who feel the need to hide their candle burning activities is to make use of scented candles. Okay. Now, somebody was asking me, can you use scented candles? Most certainly you can, okay? And the good reason to use it is that, first of all, you can find them in any supermarket most of the time, okay? Um, Most people already burn these types of candles in their homes, so it won't be surprising to find one burning one in their environment, okay? So to use such a candle is to choose a scent that matches your goal, okay? So for example, let's talk about it now. Um, Jasmine, okay? It is believed to assist in bringing psychic dreams, okay? So you can purchase a jasmine scented candle and put a few drops of psychic vision oil in the candle and burn it while you're sleeping. But the thing about burning stuff when you're sleeping, me personally, I don't like to burn stuff while I'm sleeping because I'm sleeping, okay? But I feel like if you just awake or if you can do it before you fall asleep, but make sure you don't fall asleep. Like that's my personal thing. I don't like stuff burning around me while I'm sleeping. I like to make sure they're out, okay? But you can burn it while you sleep, or you can burn it in the morning, okay? Are we all adults here? You're gonna have to use at your discretion. Okay, as the wax melts, the oil will mix with the liquid wax and no one will even know that this is what's happening, okay? So perhaps you're burning a reversing type of candle, okay? But you think that burning the candle on a mirror will raise too many suspicions. If this is the case, you have two choices. You can place a piece of foil, the shiny side that's going to be up, okay, under the candle as it burns. If anybody asks you, can you just tell them that the tin foil is to protect the surface underneath from any wax that may dribble down from the candle? That's what you can just tell them, okay? Burn the candle on the left edge of a window at night, and the window will act like a black mirror reflecting the negative energy back to the individual as represented by the candle. I hope that you understand what I mean, okay? But that is kind of what I want to tell you about that. I want to tell you just a few practical tips really quickly, okay? Now, perhaps you're on a budget and you need to make what supplies you have last. Okay. A lot of people will not agree with me on this one though, but there were times when I purchased 12-inch candles and cut them into halves or thirds so that I got 2 or 3 spells for the price of one. Okay. Now, if you're going to do that, you have to cut them out before you even light the candle because once the candle is lit, the energy is towards that particular part of the candle, okay? So this is for people that may be on a budget, and that's perfectly fine. We all start. We have to start somewhere, okay? And you get you have to spend money in order to make money, and that's with anything. And even with your candle rituals, you have to spend a little bit of money to get things to start working out for you. Once you light your green candle, things will start coming back towards you. But in the beginning, it may be tight. And so another option is to invest in a bag of 50 count of tea lights, okay? And you can use these for spell castings as well. Even though they're very small and very small, you can use them for spell casting. Surely can. And some of the reasons people fail to utilize tea light candles as spells is that they believe their unfamiliar size and shape of the candle is counterproductive to casting spells in the same manner that they are accustomed to. Okay, they may believe that because tea lights are small and do not burn as long or as larger candles that they lack certain degree of power, which is untrue, okay? The thought may have not occurred to them that you can cast candle spells with tea lights by gathering all of your equipment and materials before you. So next, remove the tea light from the little tin cup that comes in, and using a pen or needle, carve your wish around the candle, okay? Put a very tiny bit, okay, of the chosen herb inside the bottom of the tin cup and add 1 to 3 drops of the oil. If you have hair, nails, or small scraps of cloth belonging to a person, the spell is too very, very effective, okay? Then you can place the cup to place the tea light back into the tin foil that it comes in, okay? And place some of your chosen oil on the tip of your finger, okay? You will place your finger on the top of the candle and run it on the top of the candle around the wick 3 times, okay? Now, if you're drawing something towards yourself, you move your finger clockwise. If you are moving something away from yourself, you move your finger counterclockwise. Charge your candle with your prayer, your petition, and finally light the candle and let the magic do its work, okay? Because tea candles can most certainly be used. And a lot of times, people that I have done workings for, I will still light a candle for them and a tea light. I have already did their work for them already. And so I do try to keep people's name. And on a new moon, I do have a whole section where I just light some tea candles for people that have already purchased work for me so their work can continue, okay? Now, that's one of my secrets, okay? But another thing I want to talk about, okay, is a series that traditionally 3 ways to extinguish your candle, okay? Now, blowing them out is one way, okay? Pinching them out and snuffing them out, okay? So now that's the 3 ways that you can put out your candles. But I want to say this, okay? Many people prefer to blow out their candles because the belief that it will blow out their wish. Okay, many people prefer not to blow out their candles. I'm sorry, because they believe that it will, blow out their wish. That they're using the element air to kill the power um, of the fire, upsets the balance of the work. Okay, that's what a lot of people think. There are those who do not wish to pinch out of a flame, or the fear of burning up themselves or otherwise hurting themselves. For these reasons, many people choose to snuff out their candles, okay? And this isn't always available to everyone. So, in these cases, I've often advised individuals to make use of the concave part of the metal spoon, okay? Which works just as well as a snuffer, okay? Now, as a magical practitioner, it is your responsibility, okay, to ensure that you have the proper tools you need to perform your work so that your work will be effective, okay, so that the things will work out for you the way that you want it to be, okay. Now, I have seen practitioners use long screwdrivers to bore holes in vigil lights for insertions of oils, herbs, etc., stuff like that. Okay. Now, I've also put nails, fingernails, also longer nails, the long nails. I put them, needles, and even the tip of a knife I've used. Okay, and even to drill a bit used to scratch your names on the candles. Okay. Now, I have also seen salad thongs used to hold a match in order to relight a visual candle, which has become extinguished. Candles being cut up and carved on with a paring knife, as you can see, tools, they need not be fancy or even expensive. Okay, they don't have to be. And many of these things that you will need can be found right in your home. Okay, and they're very easily available. So once you have the tools, it's important to respect them by keeping them clean and in working orders as well, to only use them for your magical purposes, okay? Now, you can have a particular knife that is used as available for you, but you are only using this for your magical purposes. Otherwise, um, keeping it in another place, not in your kitchen drawer, because kitchen drawer is for food and others is for your magical purposes, okay? Um, you wouldn't peel a potato with the same knife that you cut your candle. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And I just want to quickly just speak about fire safety. And fire safety is as far as it's possible, never leave a candle burning unattended, even when you're sleeping. Like I said before, I do not like to light candles and go to sleep while they're there. It's just unsafe, and it's something to really be careful about. Okay, and so um, to me, that's common sense, but some people need to know this, so I'm just going to put it out here. Okay, however, there are some time tested tricks that we could do. During those times, we need to leave a candle burning while we are away. So, some of these tricks include placing a candle in your stove. Okay. Burning the candle on a dish filled with clean sand. That's another way. Okay. Now, placing your burning candle in your bathtub or sink is away from anything that is liable to catch on fire, such as curtains and so forth. Okay, so all these is good places to try. As far as possible, burn your candles out of any drafts. A draft can cause a candle to burn out um, unevenly, and result in lots of dripping. So, furthermore, movement of a candle that is a direct path of your draft can be misinterpreted as signs of spirit activities too. So, if you do that, but a candle which loosely fits into a candle holder can be made to fit more snugly by wrapping the base of the tin foil. Okay, never use flammable material to wrap a candle in this manner. Okay, a tin foil works perfectly. Always come back to this video if you need to come back to it to figure out what to do. This is very important. Fire safety, a lot of people doesn't talk about it, but it is important. Always keep your candles away from anything flammable, okay, or which can hurt or injure um, if it comes into contact with the flames of such things, such as curtains, photographs, even children, your pets, etc. So just be very, very careful with that, okay? So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Just a quick little, advice here in regards to your candles and fire safety, a way of hiding your activities, your craft, because we have family that don't agree sometimes with different things. So we may have roommates that may judge. And the truth is, things have to be done in your life. They have to be created for you so that you can have the things that you want, so that you can have the life that you want, that you deserve. Okay. And so, these precautions may need to be made, and somebody needs to bring it forth to the universe so that everyone can know how to create the life that they want. Okay, hopefully you all enjoyed this quick tutorial video, and if you would like to leave a donation, I have my donation link in the description box below. Okay, so go ahead and take a click down there and leave a donation. Thank you so much for taking a look here and watching. This is High Priestess, by the way, Magical Fantasies.